Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, tonight, and I do say tonight because it's late Sunday night, probably it'll be Monday by the time this gets uploaded to the internet, but I'm going to give my hand at a knife show Sunday. I've got an unboxing I'm going to do. We took a little trip. We've had this planned since somewhere back between Christmas and New Year's, and along the way we stopped at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. My wife told me I had an allowance that I could spend, so I gave something a try. I'd been looking at these and didn't know about, and decided to give this a try. And it's not an Essie, so we'll see what happens. But I'll get you turned around here. This is what we've got. It is a LT Wright knife. These are handcrafted in Ohio. They are made one at a time. The one that I chose to go with is the Bushcrafter. It is in A2 tool steel, and it is a Saber grind. So I've already looked at this knife, but we'll get it out here and let you all see how it's packaged and all of that. Comes in this box. This is exactly the way it was packaged. It comes with a leather dangler sheath. It's a good looking sheath. The leather feels really nice. These are made by JRE Industries. If you look for LT Wright. So very high quality sheath. It's supposed to be a 3/8 fire steel loop, and it is. And then here is the knife. It's that lovely wrapping paper that is treated to resist moisture and all of that good stuff. Comes with a protector over the blade. Pull that off, and there we go. This one is the double red micarta handle. It's got the fisheye connectors, got a lanyard loop that's brass. It's got LT Wright stamp on it. And then on the back side it's got an A. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There we go. That A means that it's A2 tool steel. They make these in a 1075 high carbon. They make them in A2. Supposedly at one point you could get these in 01. So I don't know. They had 3 of these left in stock. Smoky Mountain Knife Works was out of darn near everything. And by that, what I mean is, for instance, for anyone who's been there and seen their display on Essies, they had maybe a dozen Essie knives altogether in the showcase. They had several of the new S35V 3s and 4s, but as far as the 1095s, there wasn't very many left of them. They had gotten rid of just about everything. But we'll go over some specs real quick. The overall length on this knife is 8 1/4 inches. The steel is A2. It has a Rockwell of 57 to 59. As you can tell, it's got a Saber grind. Has a 4-inch blade. It is a spear point. For size comparison, there is the SE PR4. So there's not a lot of difference in the size. The blades are almost identical. The handles are almost the same. The big difference comes is when you get into the handle thickness. As you can see on the Bushcrafter, it's a whole lot thicker than what it is on the PR4. The blade thickness is about the same. I will tell you that the spine on this is sharp. I don't know. See if you can hear this. The spine on this thing is just incredibly sharp. So I don't think there's going to be an issue with it striking a fire steel, as we can see. The problem will be is how much material it actually shaves off of the fire steel. I got little pieces of it and flakes of it laying everywhere just from that little bit. But I'm going to use this knife a lot in the finishing up my knife safety and knife use video, trying to get used to it and seeing how it does. I have only had one other knife that had A2 tool steel for a blade, and that was an original blackjack field guide made in Effingham, Illinois. And that knife's long gone from now. So I've done some trading. Somebody wanted it and I traded it off to them. The one thing that I noticed about the A2 in it was once you got it sharp, it was hair splitting sharp. And it held that edge for a long time. I actually sharpened that one when the blackjack when I got it. And I think I carried it for 3 deer seasons and cleaned 4 deer with it, complete from field dress to skinning it out to actually butchering it up before I ever had to sharpen it again. In between, the only thing I ever done to it's put it on a strop. So that was impressive. The only thing that I didn't like about the A2 in the blackjack was once it did get dull, it was ungodly hard to get sharp again. Now the A2 and the LT Wright, I don't know if it's going to be like that or not. I've watched a lot of videos on it, and the A2 holds its edge, but when it comes to resharpening, whenever that point comes, I don't know what that's going to be like. So that'll be something that'll be interesting to find out down the road. But we'll see what happens with it. I have put an email in to LT Wright about the sheath. As you all know, I am a lefty. This is an incredible right-handed dangler. So I have sent them an email to see if it's possible for me to send this back to them and have them send me a left-handed version of the sheath. We'll see what happens. I don't know if they will or they won't, but we'll see. The dangler, the way it's made, it is put on with a Chicago screw. So you can take the dangler off, but you cannot remove the ring. That ring is solid. It's a D-ring, and I don't know if you can see it there, but it's actually looks like it's been soldered or welded or something there where the gap's at. So the D-ring is not removable, but you can take the Chicago screw out and take the leather dangler piece off the top of it. The knife sits good and tight, good and deep. There's no chance of it accidentally coming out. We'll see if it loosens up any over time. Knowing JRE, it won't. It does have a spacer in it where it's put together. It's stitched, as you can see, doubled. And it does have the 4 rivets in it. It does not have a drain hole in the bottom of it. So we'll see what happens. But overall, I'm impressed with the fit and finish. I am impressed with the feel in the hand. The handle may be just a little bit too smooth. On LT Wright's website, it says that if it is, you can take 50 to 80 grit sandpaper to the micarta and rough the micarta up to increase the grip. So that may be something that happens down the road. If LT Wright decides that they will send me another sheath, I will let you know, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm hoping they will. The replacement sheaths aren't that expensive. Their website, I think the same setup that I have here, but in the left hand's, I think, 30 bucks. So that's not bad for a sheath, but it's ridiculous to have a perfectly good right-handed sheath and turn around and buy a left-handed one and not have anything to do with that one. So hopefully they'll trade out with me. So that's all I've got. We did have a good trip to Tennessee. It was weird. We left the house here on Friday about lunchtime, and it was 24 degrees. When we got to the bottom of the south side of Jellicoe, it was 44 degrees. So that was a big shock. And also on the other side, on the south side of Jellicoe, there was no snow. Today when we left and come back, it was 57 degrees in Pigeon Forge, and when we got back home, it was 46 degrees. So a little bit of a temper change, but not bad. Well, you all have a good one. I'll get the next video up probably be either Wednesday or Thursday. We've got some cleanup to do from the ice, so hopefully in the next day or two I'll get out and get some of those limbs cut up and use some of those limbs to do the next 3 portions of my knife use and knife safety series. You all have a good evening. Like, share, subscribe. I'll get another one up for you soon.